Hi everybody, this is Bobby with Bobby Stamps, and I am going to show you how to make this cute card. This is one of the cards I made for my display board for OnStage in Fort Worth, and this is one of my favorite cards that I made, and I was basically showcasing this beautiful DSP paper. So I'm going to show you really quick how I made this card. It's just super easy. It's just some heat embossing that I did. The little boy image, we're going to use the Heartland stamp set, and this one is carrying over in the new 2018-2019 annual catalog. So we'll be using him. And then the sentiment I got from the Detailed with Love. This is one of the stamp sets that Stampin' Up! Sent me to use on my cards. So not only did I use the DSP they sent me, I also used the sentiment from that stamp set. And I will tell you, I want to tell you really quick, I want to show you the DSP paper. When they sent it to me, I'm just going to cover it up. I mean, you can't order it right now anyway, but there's no name. I don't know if you guys can see all the way, but there's no name on any part of this. This is the bottom. There is no name on this, so I had no idea what this was even called. And now that I have my hands on the new catalog, I can tell you it's called Broadway Bound. So that is going to be coming out in June. If you like that paper, you can get it. Let me show you. I just did a video a few days ago showing you all the different papers that comes in it, so I won't spend too much time on that, but it is very pretty DSP paper. I used this a lot on practically every one of my cards that I made. So I will be ordering another pack because, as you can see, I used almost every single sheet that they sent me for that one. So my card base is basic black. I'm just going to score it really quick while I have it out and showing you. And then I've got another piece of basic black that we're going to use the lots of labels. And I'm going to use this one to pop out the little image that we're going to be die cutting or heat embossing. And then I have just a strip of the gold foil paper. We're just going to cut a simple banner out. And then I'm going to use the label. I can't think of the name of this now. I always go blank when I start my videos. I know the name of everything once the video camera is not on. And I know it's not called Lots of Label. The Detailed label, no, that's not it either. Anyway, this one is in the catalog right now. It's current. So, and then I'm also using the basic black satin ribbon. And this is not going to be in the new catalog, but there is another basic black, so you can still duplicate this card if you want to. And then I'm going to use these beautiful little gems that they sent me, and I don't know the exact name, they're just little pearlized gems that they sent. And then we're also going to use Versamark, and you're going to need some gold embossing powder, and then I'm also, of course, you're going to need your heat tool. And this is driving me nuts that I can't remember the name, so I have to look it up. So just excuse me really quick while I pull out my catalog and look that up for you guys, because it is so frustrating to me that I know the name of that. And I can't think of it right now, and I can't even find the punches now in the catalog. Sorry to do this while I'm doing the video, but I have to know the name of that before I just can't even go on. What is the name of it? Classic Label. I knew it was Label. Classic Label. That is one of my favorite punches. You would think that I would know that name. Okay. So, excuse me. The first thing we're going to do is we'll just go ahead and get our image here. Let me get some stuff cleaned out of my way. And I'm still learning my new setup. So, bear with me because we might be going through several transitions before we get this right. The camera is basically right on top of me, and I'm not very thrilled with that, but at the moment there's nothing I can do. We had to get back to business and making videos and making cards and sharing them with you guys, so we are working with it for now. I'm just really used to my camera being a lot higher than what it is, so I'm not too sure I'm going to be able to to work like this. I don't want to use a tripod anymore because those things just take up so much space in your room, and I do not want that. Now that I have so much space, I don't want to bring in that and have to deal with that whole ordeal again. And I really don't. I've seen different things online that I can try, and I really don't want to have something like sticking out of my wall that's not very attractive, so I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. So now we're just going to open up our Versamark, and then we're just going to take the little guy that I told you we were going to be using that's in that Heartland set. We'll just ink him up really well in Versamark, and then we're just going to stamp him as straight and as centered as we possibly can right there on that label. Okay, I'm just going to close the Versamark up, and then we'll just pull that up. I'm going to grab a cute little trick tip. I bought these and the little spoons at Dollar General, or no, Dollar Tree. And they just fit perfect. And you could use copper embossing powder if you choose to instead of the gold. I think either would look really good. I'm just going to flick that really well because once you heat set it, it's set, and any little marks that were left on there will remain, and that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to turn my heat tool on. Have to open up my cabinet door and get it. And you really want to be careful with the heat tool. It gets super hot, so you don't want to touch your fingers with it. Get it in front of it. I know some people want to know if you can use a hairdryer, and you can't. It's a totally different tool. Serves a totally different purpose. But you can really see when that starts setting that in. And I like to just go over mine, just make sure I got it all. And that looks good. I'm just going to put my heat tool out of my way. And we'll just set that off to the side. Then I'm going to take the classic label punch. And we're just going to, I think what I'm going to do is stamp it and heat set it and then pop it out. That way if I stamp it crooked, I can just use the label punch to straighten it up. That actually happened yesterday at one of my card classes. One of the ladies accidentally stamped her sentiments the wrong way, but we straightened it right out with the label. We just punched it out where it would be straight. Okay, so let me just, again, make sure I'm staying in focus for you guys. I always forget that when I get busy doing these cards. I'm busy watching what I'm doing, and I forget to pay attention to the monitor to make sure I'm staying in focus for you guys. And again, I'm just going to bring in my heat tool really quick. And I'll just heat set this. That's good. And normally I put on my blog, I'll put the supply list, and usually I do a PDF, but of course I won't be able to do that today because these items, some of them are not available. So you'll just have to wait until the catalog comes out. You can replay the video and then get everything that way. And so what I did with this one is I just kind of laid it there so I could get an idea of where I was going to put it. And then I just took my snips and I'm just going to trim that up just a little bit. Trim that end up just a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and put it down using mini dimensionals, and then I'll just make my little banner on the ends. That way I'm sure that I pretty much have it the size that I want it. And by the time this video goes live, you guys should have been able to order the Share What You Love suite. And if you haven't already, or if you don't have a demonstrator, head over to my blog. It's bobbystamps.com, because I have a great class I'm doing using that suite. Okay. And then I'm just going to put this on here, right in the center. And then I just kind of came in and just made my little banner on each end. And I'm not very good at making the banners doing this, but I still do it because it's a handmade card and it is not supposed to be perfect. So we have to be forgiving. And that's what matters, is that we're taking the time to make the card. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I can live with that, I think. So let me get a little bit of this out of my way. Let me get this background paper out of my way as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab some snail and my paper clip, evidently. And this DSP is double-sided, and I love this side of the paper as well. There goes my tape. We'll just put this on centered on the front. And grab our ribbon. Oh, here it is. And I should have put it on first because we were going to tie it around there. It's been a while since I've made a video, you guys. Be nice. So let's see, maybe I can slide my bone folder and just kind of lift that up just a bit, just enough to get my ribbon back there. And go ahead and cut this where I think it's going to be long enough. So I'm just going to put this down towards the bottom. It's got the snail on the back, so all I have to do is get it under there and get it straight. And that looks pretty good. And then we can just hold that back down. And if we had to, we could put Tombow under there, or add more of the snail if we wanted to. So then I'm just going to take more mini dimensionals on the back. And I'm probably going to use 4 to make sure I get an even coverage there. Okay. There's not a lot of detail to this card. It's super easy to make, but I think it's very, very classic looking. I just love how the gold and black look together. I just love how it turned out. So then I'm just going to take some dimensionals and pop this guy up. And you guys know I've been doing a remodel on my craft room. I have not placed a lot of Stampin' Up! Orders in the last month, and I am out of dimensionals like what I have right here. That's what I have. I never am out of dimensionals. I always have dimensionals. Dimensionals and snail are always on hand. Those are a staple. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a few of these. And what I did on my original card was I just used 3. And I started off by putting 1 in the center. Just going to take those out. And then I just placed these. If I can get it to flip over. 1 like there. And 1 there. Just trying to eyeball it and space them out equally. That's why I'm starting out with the 1 in the center. And then I'm using these little cutouts kind of as my guide as well. Just do 1 there. And then I'm also going to place one here. And I'm going to grab another one and place one right there on that one. And there you go. Super cute, but easy, very easy card to duplicate. So make sure that you shop in my online store. You can grab the catalog, the stamp sets, the designer series paper. The stamp set's already available, so you could just change it up and use a different designer series paper. But this paper and the sentiment will be available in the June catalog. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys.